Yes, good morning. Savva here from Football Heritage TV. How are we doing? We've not done one of these since Tuesday, but don't worry, there's one today and there's one tomorrow as well. So big up, good morning to each and every one of you. Tottenham Hotspur in action again this weekend. Saturday, we play Wolves at home, another home game and another chance at home to solidify our top four credentials. Aston Villa losing to Man United allowed us to overtake them. Can we stay in that race? Surely. Wolves at home. Good team, Wolves, but surely at home, this should be 3 points, shouldn't it? So we'll be looking into that. We'll be talking about that. We'll also be looking at all of these Frankie de Jong rumours. You've got some very well-respected journalists saying Frankie de Jong is wanted by Tottenham. And then you've got other very well-respected journalists saying, no. Nothing to this story at all. So, as always, we'll have a little look at that. Can Spurs sign a Frankie de Jong? I was on a show yesterday. I won't name the name because I'm not doing that show ever again. But I was on a show yesterday where I said, listen, I'd love a Frankie de Jong, but I just don't see Spurs making those types of signings. And of course, the Spurs fans in the chat started calling me negative, saying I've got no ambition, to which I was trying to explain, it's not me. I want him. It's the owners. Can the owners go out and secure a Frankie de Jong type player? So we'll be talking about Frankie de Jong as well. Last night, watching some Champions League games, and in some of my WhatsApp groups, a lot of the chat was some people saying, gutted Harry Kane. This is what you get for leaving us. And then other people saying, I feel really sorry for Harry Kane. So I'm interested to know what you all think. Harry Kane moving to Bayern Munich, it's not gone to plan for him, has it? So did Harry Kane make a mistake? We'll be talking about that as well. And we'll be looking forward to the next 5-6 games, which are going to shape Spurs season. The squad is back now. I believe that everybody is fit apart from Manor Solomon and Ryan Sessegnon. If I'm not wrong, I believe that everybody else in the squad is now fit and is now available for selection. So how will that impact Spurs' running? We've got 14 games to go. We're sitting nicely in fourth place. If somebody had offered that to, I'm guessing, every one of us at the beginning of the season, we would have all bitten their hand off and taken that. Also, I'm going to get your thoughts. I am looking at bringing back Spurs Unleashed on a Thursday night. Let me know. I'm just speaking to the others. I'm just speaking to the others to see if they can make it. But I am looking at bringing back Spurs Unleashed on a Thursday night with myself, Will, Stell, and Haas and Iggy when he's available. So let me know how you feel about that. Also, Lee Enigma, do me a favor, bro. Get my number from Stell. Get my number from Stell. That's right. I'd love to talk to you about something. And just chuck me a WhatsApp. Big up. So who's in the chat? Listen, a lot of topics there. I said that we're going to cover. You can put whatever comments you want in right now. We'll try and get to them as quickly as possible. Yeah, hang on. Stell's just saying he can do it, which is really good news. 8 p.m. every Thursday. Let's do 8 p.m. every Thursday. There we go. 8 p.m. every Thursday. Boom. Tony Rodriguez in the chat, as is BVB David, said there's quite an amount of clubs that get de Jong ahead of Spurs. Yeah, I unfortunately agree with that. And I think that was my point yesterday, David, was that if Frankie de Jong became available, I just don't think that if Spurs went toe-to-toe with these big clubs for a big player on big salaries, that we would get them. Of course, you go toe-to-toe with Bayern Munich for Rado Dragashin, small wages, small transfer fees, sure. But when it's a bigger transfer fee, bigger wages for a more established player, a better player, do you then get that guy? That's what I need to see from Spurs. Good morning, Tony Rodriguez. I hope you're well, my friend. As always, everybody, like Tony, as I'm sure, smash that like button. So far, only 22 likes in the chat. Come on, we've got to get better than that. And we are striving. Yeah, we are striving, but we are striding towards 13,200. So if you haven't already, please do subscribe and get the fraud Arteta at my club. Yeah, good morning to you, my friend. I am doing very well this morning. And I promise I will be getting this cut tomorrow because it's an absolute, look at the state of me, absolute mess. Shem Tan said, good morning, Savva. I hope you're well. Could the Spurs curse work in Munich? Could be the first time in 12 years they don't win a trophy. Yeah, that would be very interesting, wouldn't it? We will talk about that in a bit more detail. But Harry Kane at the moment, they don't look to me like a club that are anywhere near winning a Champions League, and they are 5 points off the top of the Bundesliga. So what happens there? I don't know. He might smash some goal scoring records, but again, it looks like Harry Kane as it stands. It looks like he's going to miss out on trophies, but there's a long way to go. It is February, 15th of February, and there is a long way to go with a lot of football. Big up to Bill as well. Thank you for your kind message last night, my friend. Really do appreciate that. Good morning to Eamon Burns. Good morning to you. Good morning to Mark Cook. Good morning to Lee. How you doing, bro? Good morning to Alpesh. There we go. Morning, Savva. I hope we can improve with a full squad bar the Adogi reports. I haven't seen those. What were they saying? Is he injured? Is there some doubts about him? Let me know. Good morning to Jackal70. Good morning to you. Leah said journalists made a mistake. Thought we said Frankie de Jong. In fact, we were inquiring about Frankie Dettori. That probably sounds a little bit more realistic, doesn't it? Frankie Dettori, yes. Big up. No, we don't need to be sharing that link. It's absolutely fine. Just to show that I won't be doing it again. It's just not for me. Not for me at all. People trying to get me to change my opinion on Arsenal, and it just won't happen. But anyway, good morning to Andy Grant. Good morning to YouTube. I won't say the first word. I'll get demonetized. But yes, absolutely. Rhythmic Renegade should be another dodgy, close run win against Wolves. Levy will never cough up the dosh required to bring the likes of de Jong to Spurs. So Rhythmic Renegade answering two of the questions in one there. Look, Wolves are a very up and down team, aren't they? If you look at Wolverhampton Wanderers, they've one drawn, lost. So they're a very up and down team, Wolves. Of course, they beat us. When did they beat us? Was it January? December? I want to say December. I want to say they beat us in December. November, maybe? They beat us at their ground with two last-minute goals. But they were good for their money on that day. It was good. They were good for money on the day. Alpesh has said, yes, I miss Spurs Unleashed. We need our Spurs catch up. Okay, listen, I will do my best to bring it back. I promise I will do my best. I'm just speaking to some of the other guys to see if that works. Stel is in, so we're going to see what we can do. And Lee, I'm going to see if you wanted to be a part of that panel on a Thursday night at 8 p.m. Jackal has said Kane did us two favours when he left. He took Eric Dyer and the Kane curse. Okay, so it's not a Spurs curse, it's a Kane curse, is it? Rhythmic Renegade saying that Thursday Unleashed again would be spot on. Okay, we're doing it. Tony, big up to you, my friend, has said de Jong is no chance of signing for Spurs. That would be perfect for the system. Neto is ideal for a wing spot. Look, I completely agree with you. I would absolutely say that de Jong for me is that level above what we've got. That's the sort of player where I look at and I go, yeah, when you start signing 3 or 4 Frankie de Jongs, you're talking about winning leagues. This is what City have got in abundance, right? You look at the De Bruynes, you look at the Rodris, they have the Gundogans, the Silvers, they've got the Bernardo Silvers, the Fodens, the Grealish. This is the bracket that de Jong for me can creep into. But I just can't see that we would, one, pay his wages. I can't see, two, that he would pick us. But listen, happy to look at some of the comments and see what other people think. Alpesh has said, for the money, de Jong, there is better talents out there, but his form has dipped. Listen, let me know who are the players for better money do you think that are better than de Jong? Be interesting. We can have a chat about those players. Andy has said de Jong is a nice thought, but not happening. I agree with you. That's exactly my sentiments. Bill is signing Leandro Demau. Leandro Demau, the player that never signed that should have signed. 1 second. Sorry. Leandro Demal, if you know, you know, right? If you know, you know. Aqua Subs has said, morning, Savva. If it's fantasy football, we've got a choice. Kimmich over De Jong for me. Let me know in the chat, who would you rather have if you had the choice? By the way, I don't think we're getting either of them, but Kimmich or De Jong? Kimmich or De Jong? They're the sort of issues that the Liverpools and the Man Cities have, don't they? Whereas we buy the next level down for me. And unfortunately, I do think that Bentancur for me is the next level below those guys. Yeah, Mr. 420 is obviously talking about the poll that I'm running. So far, we've only got 81 votes. Let's get more votes on that. The poll says, do Spurs have any chance of signing De Jong from Barcelona? So far, yes is 17%. I like what that 17% are thinking. No, 59%. And then what you're smoking, Savva, 23%. So far, you've got 83% saying that we will not sign De Jong. That's now gone up to 19% saying that we can. So that'll be interesting. Proud to be a Geordie has said, too cool to get sacked and replaced by Xabi Alonso. Can see it happening. One thing I do know is Xabi Alonso will have suitors. He will have suitors this summer for sure. Liverpool will definitely be in for him, right? Unless I'm going mad, I think Liverpool will definitely be in for him. But hey, we'll see. I do think Tuchel is a dead man walking in terms of managerial safety. I do think that he is a dead man walking. And big up, thank you, LB 1998 for the super chat. We really do appreciate this. Thank you so much. I said, glad you stuck up for yourself on Terry's show. He always tries to bully people into saying the things they don't believe. Look, I don't know whether it's so much about the bullying, but it just feels to me that every week I'm asked the same thing about Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City. And I feel like I've been really consistent with it from day one. Unfortunately, the knee-jerk nature of football fans is, Arsenal have won 4 games. Do I now think they're going to win the league? No. Do I now think they've got more chance of winning it because of the last 4 games? No. And that's nothing to do with Arsenal. It's that I just don't think they're as good as Man City. And people trying to force me to, bend and move. People forcing me to bend and move my opinion on that. Every week I'm being asked, but Man City aren't that good. Okay, cool. But that's my opinion. They're going to win the league. Anyway, big up to Kim Farmer. Big up to you out in Australia. I hope you are well, my friend. Big up to Amin, who said, why should we pay crazy wages for Frankie de Jong? Nonsense. Look, it's the interesting thing with this is, and thank you for the 2 people that did just subscribe. It's really appreciated. The interesting thing with this is whether it's Frankie de Jong or not, I don't know if you all agree with me, but to get Spurs from this level, if we get Spurs from the bottom of the Teddy Sheringham picture to the top of the Teddy Sheringham picture, you do have to start buying better footballers. And unfortunately, the food chain is such that the better footballers will demand better wages. So if they demand better wages, at some point you've got to pay them. Now, I'm not necessarily saying it needs to be 400 grand a week on Frankie de Jong, but you are going to have to start paying better wages. Good morning to Gons Football and Things. Good morning to you. Another channel member there. By the way, come on, let's smash this like button. We've got 54 likes. We should have much more likes than 54. Surely to goodness, people. Surely. Shavin G has said, morning, Savva. Saw this on the terrace. Do you think Spurs are a moments team in 2024, specifically not being good on the eye? I do. I've said all season, I think Spurs are a team that play in patches. It doesn't surprise me because this is year 1 of trying to implement this style. I think for me, a lot of people see us play this in patches and then they just say, Spurs play brilliant football. We play in patches. And this was the conversation I had yesterday with Mo when he said, Spurs play brilliant football every game. I was like, well, no, we don't really. Not every game. But hey, it is what it is. Big up, Lee. Big up, man. Thank you. Lappers 82. What a great picture that is. I said, Savva, there's more chance of seeing a lollipop lady on the M25 than De Jong signing for us. That's a new one. I've not heard that before. Yeah, absolutely. Big up to my friend 7SC. Big up to you. So big up, Savva, listening at work. Hope you're enjoying your day at work. If there is such a thing as enjoying a day at work. Stanley Cush said, I know you're trying not to do as much content, but an extra show or two a week would be grand, Savva. Yes, I'm going to be adding back Spurs Unleashed and 2 one-on-ones, one with Stel and one with Sean. So we're going to be bringing back 2 extra one-on-ones and Spurs Unleashed. So an extra 3 shows a week. Plus, we'll be doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning shows. I'm only doing it today because I couldn't yesterday. So it'll be Monday, if anyone cares. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be the morning show. A morning show with Savva. Tuesday will be a one-on-one with Stel. Thursday will be a one-on-one with Sean. Those will both be in the afternoon. And then we'll do Thursday Spurs Unleashed. And then we'll have the games and the reactions, etc. So that's what we're going to be doing moving forward. Still trying to keep it to a minimum. John has said, De Jong, when is he signing? More nonsense the club are putting out. Yeah, I don't think he's going to sign. But hey, proud to be a Geordie has said Kimmich over De Jong. Lee has said, could we chuck Kessie in that pot? I'd like Frank Kessie. I think he's a perfect Angepostecoglou player. What do you make of him, Lee? By the way, the more and more I watch Chelsea, the more and more I can't understand how people wouldn't want Conor Gallagher. That guy for me is absolutely perfect for the system. Absolutely perfect for the way that Ange Postecoglou plays. Big up, Mark Cook. I said, big up, we've got 2 hopes of signing De Jong, and one is called Bob. Yes, that old saying. Big up to you, Mark. Tony said, Spurs now have an acceptable squad depth on the bench, but need the sprinkle of quality recruitment in the summer. Yes, for me, I think we need a lot of quality in the summer. I really do. I think we've got to, this window has got to be the level above the Koulous, the Johnsons, the Solomons. It's got to be that next level above for me. The Werners, it needs to be there, not there for me. Otherwise, we'll always float around 4th and 5th. That's fine. But I think if you really, really want to put pressure on the big teams, that's where it comes from. Boardwittis has said, I'd prefer to have Lavia because I'm a rich, greedy CEO trying to cut costs. Well, what do you make of that? Bill said, I want De Jong over Kimmich, but think Skip is better than both put together. Poor old Ollie Skip. He's doing well to survive at Spurs, isn't he? Everest Footy said, Savva, do you think Harry Kane can't handle the pressure moments? He was praised for coming to DM unnecessarily in England, but getting pelters in Germany. What do you think? Look, I think that Bayern look to be a bit of a mess at the moment. There's no doubting the quality they've got throughout that squad. You look at that front 4, you look at the front 6, they should be beating teams like Lazio. They should not be 5 points off the top, but something's not right. Now, can I put that on Harry Kane? I don't think so because he's scoring loads of goals, but something's not right there. I don't think Tuchel's the right man. I think, as I said, in terms of managerial terms, I think he's a dead man walking. But we'll see. We'll see. Keith Shields just said, morning, Savva. Anything in football is possible. Never thought we'd sign Klinsmann back in the day, but things happen. We don't always see behind the scenes. Sure, Keith, I like to think that. But, I mean, Klinsmann was a long time ago. It was a long, long time ago when players weren't 60, 70 million being paid 400 grand a week. But look, we'll see, won't we? We'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see a Frankie de Jong sign for this club. I just don't quite think we've got the owners and the appetite to do it. Tony has said, I prefer de Jong, silky in all class. I'd prefer de Jong as well. Someone who gets on the ball and makes a game tick. And I think that is one thing that Spurs have been missing for a long time. And I don't think Bentancur is that guy consistently. I think Bentancur can do it against the lesser teams, against the better teams. And I think we need better. Thank you very much. I won't read this out, but thank you very much. I won't let them grind me down. Listen, I'm aware how I can be on that stream as well, but it just felt like, yeah, it is what it is. Mario 2012, good morning to you, my friend. As he says, smash the like button. Everybody smash the like button. We've only got 72 likes. There's over 200 of you in here and growing by the minute. So please do smash that like button. And if anyone would like to subscribe, the link is in the chat. So there it is. The link is in the chat. It's pinned. Proud to be a Geordie said you have more chance of getting de Jong than Arsenal have getting Mbappe. Yeah, the Mbappe links to Arsenal cracked me up again. Another one where, you know, I just can't see it, but people are trying to make it a situation, but I can't see it at all. Stanikush said, where do we think we would be had we managed to extend Kane's deal and we still acquired the players we've got this window? Top, second, third, or lower than we are? Look, how long's a piece of string? Again, if everyone, for me, if everyone's fit, which is very rarely going to happen, then you could say, why not top? But for me, still with the defensive injuries we got, the midfield injuries we got, I still think we'd be where we are because we've had Harry Kane for many years, and you know weren't top. You know, a few moments we were top, but hey, it is what it is. THFC Caveman, big up to you. Said, I think the only way we get De Jong is if only because Barcelona still have their debts floating around. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't doubt that we can afford him. My concern would be if he's available, who else comes in for him? Let me know what you think. Bill said, do they not realise Man City and Liverpool have won the games when Arsenal did? Yeah, this is what makes me laugh, mate. It's kind of like, it's as though like it was how yesterday it was being played down. Oh, but when you look at Man City, they haven't actually done. It's like Man City in their last, I think it's their last 29 games in all competitions, or 25 games or something, have lost one in 25 or 29. And I don't understand, but hey, it is what it is. The madman has said Frankie's wages is 700,000 euros a week. Yeah, but aren't they only that at the moment because he's getting some back pay? Somebody was saying, I don't know the ins and outs of it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, the next comment says he's not on 700k. He was owed money after a wage cut. It's half that, I believe. Yes, okay, that makes sense. The madman has said Kimmich would be a class signing, proper six and a right back. Listen, I'm not saying I wouldn't want Kimmich, by the way. Mum Spaghetti, big up to you. It said, evening, fella. The way I see it, if Frankie rejected his former manager Ten Hag because he doesn't rate him, I don't see him going to Spurs. I rate Ange more than I rate the ball guy. Listen, I guess the question is, well, it's something that we've never seen. And I'm not knocking him. I'm just asking a question here before people go mad. Can Ange attract top players? I don't know. I'm just asking, can he? He's never had to before. He's never been in a position to before, right? At Celtic, for example. They've never attracted the best. Can he attract the best? Let me know in the chat what you think. I don't know. Will players look at him and go, yeah, that's a guy I have to play for? I don't know. Let me know what you think. Good morning to John Bird. I hope you're well. Good morning. Rob Belcher said, come on, guys and girls. The first thing we do when watching any content is tickle the thumbs up. Big up, Savva. Absolutely. As Rob says, tickle that thumbs up. Absolutely. We should have 150 likes by now. We're only on 82. Smash that like button, people. In the poll, we've got 128 votes. 21% think that Frankie de Jong does have a chance of signing for Tottenham Hotspur. 57% have said no, and 22% have said, what are you smoking, Savva? So absolutely, overwhelmingly there that people don't think we'll get him, but still 21% that think we can. Let's get a few more subscribers as well, people. The link is in the chat. Stanley Cush has said, I'd have Kessie all day long. Brilliant player in midfield. I take Gallagher for 40 million, nothing more. Okay. Proud to be a Geordie. I said Conor Gallagher is probably Chelsea's player of the season. That I agree with. Good morning. Aquasubs has said top or second. I'm not sure what that was in relation to. I think that's probably the Kane question. Maybe, I don't know. Good morning to Philip P. Philip P. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. We keep saying it, but in March, we must meet up for Nando's. We've got to. Big up, Kate. Never need to apologise. Good morning to you. Kate says we need some quality as well as youngsters. Absolutely, we do. And I think that's the difference between us and the big clubs. Phil said Bayern missing a lot of players, but something is definitely wrong there. Will Klopp end up at Bayern? I don't know. I mean, does Klopp want a year out? Could he be tempted to go to Bayern? I don't know. It's going to be very interesting. I think you're going to see some managerial changes this summer for sure. Proud to be a Geordie. Yes, Bayern Munich did get knocked out of the cup. I can't remember the name of the team, but yes, it was a shock. Something's not right at the club. Some really good players, but just it's not right. Is it the manager? Is it the players? Is there something going on behind the scenes? I don't know. I really don't know. Basiatu has said, keep dreaming. Even if you sign Ronaldo and Messi, you will never win anything in football. This is a curse following Tottenham. Very good play on words there. Well done to you. Jackal70 has said there must be much truth in this rumour. Why else would Levy let the club raise our expectations? Can you imagine Levy raising expectations? Liston has said Bayern had lost its grip on the Bundesliga before Kane arrived. They were lucky to win it last year. Yes, they were very lucky to win it last year. If I'm not wrong, didn't Borussia Dortmund just have to win at home in the last day of the season? If I'm not wrong, I might be making that up. I'm pretty sure Borussia Dortmund had to win at home on the last day of the season to win the Bundesliga and then messed up. The Caliphate has said, Gallagher is perfect for us. He fulfills a specific role which we need. The same way Basuma is loved for his ability to beat the press. Great at doing that and average at everything else. Listen, I just think whenever I watch Chelsea, he stands out for me. His work rate is phenomenal. He's always available. He's now getting in the box and scoring more goals. He likes to go and join in. He drives from deep. I don't know. There's just something I really like about him. For me, we've got too many that don't turn up every week. For me, proud to be a Geordie. Said, has anyone got a spare director of football? We could do with one. Well, yeah, obviously the news that that Man United are looking to take the Newcastle director of football. Listen, I don't know. You let me know your thoughts on that. THFC Caveman said, one player I wanted for us that we didn't have a link to with Ange coming in was Julian Brandt. Seeing his numbers now, I really wish we'd gone for him. I like Julian Brandt. Again, next level up from the likes of Kulu, Solomon, Brennan Johnson. You know, I talk about it all the time. We can praise these players and people can say, get behind them. That's cool. But then you can't then want to be there if you're signing players that are there. For me, Lee Ambrose, good morning to you. Said morning, Savva, me old mucker. I didn't want Gallagher, but since the window's shut, he looks so good. I'm changing my mind. And then he said, did the transfer window affect him? I don't know. Maybe it did. Maybe maybe everyone was just being a bit harsh on him. Maybe Chelsea now starting to get some players back fit. I don't know, mate. I don't know, but I like him. I liked him from the first time I saw him playing for Charlton many moons ago when he went on loan there. Philip Bidwell said, I can't see De Jong signing for anyone in England as he's playing for his dream club. Yeah, listen, he could probably just stay there. No, he's only getting paid that at the moment for back pay. Tony has said, Savva, do you see Vicario's long ball distribution as a problem? Doesn't seem to have a good long passing ability. Listen, I don't think I see it as a problem as such, but it is something he definitely needs to work on. The last 3 or 4 games, I do think that we started to see some weaknesses in Vicario's game. He's had a great season, but I do think we're starting to see some of his playing out of the back hasn't been great. But listen, he's had a great season so far. So look, these are things in goalkeeping terms. He's not old, is he? So he's still got time to work on a lot of these things. Evening, Savva. Good evening, Scooter Reacts. Hope everything is good. Everything is great with me. Thank you very much. De Jong, no chance. Yeah, I can't see it. I'd love to be wrong on this one. I can't see it. Salary, transfer fee, bigger clubs will want him. I can't see it. I cannot see it. Rhythmic Renegade has said, question, do you think there's a problem with Johnson's fitness? And if he keeps throwing in a few tap-ins every month, do some of us change our opinion of him? He doesn't ever look like he can run for a long time. I'll give that. I don't know why. I don't know if it's fitness. I don't know whether that's just how he is. Listen, a few tap-ins is the least a £50 million player can offer every now and then. For me, that doesn't make me change my mind on a player. No. Again, I think it's those levels. When you look at the top clubs, they don't have players that just score a few tap-ins, do they? They don't have that. They have players that provide a lot when they're not scoring tap-ins. For me, Brennan Johnson just doesn't do anything when he's not scoring a tap-in. I don't see him as any threat on that right-hand side to anyone. That's just me. Wes has said, big up, Savva. Hope you're good, bro. Hope you are well as well, my friend. maybe we could do a lesser weekly pay packet for De Jong and add in incentives for him to earn more. Do love the Gallagher idea, though. Look, listen, I don't know Frankie de Jong's character. Does Frankie de Jong leave Barcelona Football Club to go to Tottenham for less money? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think many players do, but we'll see. Matt Copping, good morning to you, my friend. I said, there is no way we paid a fee and wages to get him. Matt, we don't always see eye to eye. We do on this one. We really, really do. Good morning to Dan Skyline. I hope you are well, my friend. By the way, thank you very much for everyone's support. I am trying to get to every single comment in the morning. Every single comment I'm trying to get to, unless they're rude. But we need some more likes for that to happen. 238 of you in here, 99 likes. We should be on 150 likes. Smash that button. Lee said, Matt, I don't think the fee is the issue. It's the wages. Yeah, probably very true. The wages. Imagine if we put Frankie de Jong on 350k a week, then any player that joins Tottenham wants 350k a week. Is that something Daniel Levy's prepared to do? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. Good morning to Bill, who said, I think top players would like him personally, but it, as always, would come down to money, which isn't Postecoglou's decision. Is this whether people or not would really want to sign for Postecoglou? By the way, I wasn't knocking him. I'm just saying we've not seen it before. When a manager like Klopp, Ancelotti, Pep, when they walk into a club, everyone knows what they've done in the world of football. Everyone wants to play for them. They've won Champions Leagues, Premier Leagues. They've won La Ligas. They've won, Bundesligas. I don't know. Has Postecoglou got that same pull? I don't know. Good morning to you, Paul. Good morning. 76 Mad Matt has said misinformation about De Jong is crazy. He didn't go United because Barcelona wanted United to pay his back pay. Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know, Kate. If this is a riddle, I don't know the answer to the question. But big up to you. Everybody shouldn't they? But hey, listen, as long as people enjoy the content, that's the main thing. Rhythmic Renegade said, no, I don't think Ange has done enough on the big stage to attract the level of players. Interesting. Listen, I think it's a good talking point. It's a really good talking point. The Madman said, do you think Pedro Neto takes us a level up? Do I think Pedro Neto? Yeah, yes, I do. I think Pedro Neto is better than any winger at the football club. So yes, I do think he takes us up massively. The question mark against this guy is always going to be his injury record. But as a footballer, I think he's very, very, very good. That's what I want to be seeing signed, not Solomon's, Kulu's, Werners and Johnsons. Stanley Kushner said, Bayern is having a year out. Then he's going to land a big contract somewhere else. Are you talking about Klopp? So, yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Klopp, not Bayern. Yeah, I agree with you. Matt said he is going to cost 50 million at least and he's on 350 grand a week. We have Levy in charge. Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me just see if anyone wants to start it tonight. The Spurs Unleash. Let's have a look. We'll see. We might be able to get you back Spurs Unleashed, a little panel show for tonight at 8 p.m. Tony Austin has said the Harry Kane effect. Poor Harry. Poor Harry. Keith Shields has said, I think when players listen to Ange, he could sell them his vision of what he sees us becoming under him. Plus, they only have to look at where we are now to where we were under supposed serial winners. Sure, but Conte, who was a serial winner, also had us fourth. So, when we say where we were, where we are now compared to where we were, I mean, I do think that people are thinking Ange has done something that we've not seen before when we have. That's just me. Stephen Wilson, good morning to you. I said, morning, Sav. Galimera just put a score on Spurs to win the Premier League at 33-1. Sure. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Next time, just ask me. I'll send you my bank details. You can send me the 20 quid. Amin has said our last marquee signing was Jurgen Klinsmann and Van der Vaart. Yeah. Hey, it is what it is. Stanley Kushner said Gallagher is never injured and plays well. I can't deny he's a good player. Listen, I think the problem is Conor Gallagher isn't your silky smooth foreign signing, but I do think he's perfect for what we need. Now, imagine we're going into Europe next year and imagine we're going to have, I don't know, hopefully with more cup runs as well. We're going to have 15, 20 more games than this year. Look how we've been this year with injuries and suspensions. You're going to need players like that are available and fit. Kim has said, I think that Ange will attract good players, but it will take a little while once the team gets sorted and the system begins to flow. Interesting. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Terry M said, morning, Savva. Spurs will look for value in the summer. Young talent with potential. Ange will FaceTime. Yeah, listen, I do you know what? I'm all for young talent with potential, but it's got to be, it's got to be, if 50% of it is that, the other 50% needs to be real quality, doesn't it, Terry? And Ange and his FaceTime calls, yes. Liston has said it seems clear that Ange has a way about him that can attract players. But if he can do it with superstars, is a different matter and a big unknown. Absolutely. Proud to be a Geordie has said Ashworth is good friends with Brailsford. As soon as he got involved with Man U, knew this was coming, to be honest. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Ashworth goes to United and what he does there. I think there's a big job to be done at Man United. Big job. Basiatu has said, Savva, I know you hate Arsenal, but you know what, bro? Take it easy. Arsenal are something. Look, I hate Arsenal from the point of view that there are rivals, but other than that, I've gone on record a number of times saying they're a very good team. I think they're a better team than us. I just think people get annoyed because I don't say Arsenal are going to win it. Pat Butcher has said De Jong will probably end up at Bayern, possibly. Seemed like that would be a good move for him. Stanley Kush has said he won't sign a new contract with Barca. He's not happy with the deal. Barca saying take it or leave it. We'll see. Amin said Ruben Neves will be good for us. I like Ruben Neves as a player. I really, really do like Ruben Neves as a player. Stanley Kush said Johnson is an impact player, definitely not a starter. I completely agree with you. If he's an impact player that comes off the bench and scores a couple of tap-ins, I've got no problem with that. For me, though, we've got to be having much better in the starting 11. THFC Caveman says score predictions for the weekend. I'm feeling a 2-1 win for us. I think 2-1, 3-1, 2-1. I do think we'll make a meal of it, though. We tend to make a meal of most games. I think we're very dodgy at the back. I think they'll be able to get at us. Is Hwang back? Does anyone know if Hwang is back for Wolves? Neto, Hwang, I think they're going to hit us on the break and they're going to hit us hard on the break. So I think it's going to be a very close game. Bill, so we've apparently already made our minds up to sign 16 permanently. I really hope not. I really, really hope not. But we'll see. We'll see. I really, really hope not, Bill. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know right now. It's 10:43 in the UK. Right now in the chat, just a yes or no. Do you want to sign Werner permanently? Yes or no? Mum Spaghetti said, I think Kane was too comfortable being in his comfort zone at Tottenham. So now when there's pressure, he's not ready for it. But also the Bayern squad does need a full revamp. I mean, you could argue that Kane's doing his bit, right? And scoring goals. You could argue that Kane's doing his bit. I'm just playing devil's advocate. John Bird says, Savva, we can't make a silk purse from pig's ears. We have too many pig's ears. Completely agree with you, John. Love the analogy as well. Thank you for the 2 people that just subscribed. If we can get a few more, it'd be absolutely amazing. And we've only got 114 likes, nearly 300 of you in here. Come on, this should be at least 150, 175. Smash that like button. And big up to Mr. Box Office. Alex, big up, bro. Hope you're well. A below average skip. Gallagher, 60 million you want. Listen, Mr. Box Office, I think he's better than a lot of the midfielders that we've got. I think he'd be perfect for Ange's system. Thank you so much for the super chat, and I'm loving that picture of you. Mate. Look all chiseled and defined in your features. Love it, mate. Hope you're well, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Thank you so much for the super chat, mate. Really do appreciate that. Proud to be a Geordie said Mbappe, Bellingham and Vinny Jr. at Real Madrid next season. Yeah. Then you add into that Kendrick, Rodrigo, Valverde, Chouameni, Camavinga. Oh, yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Rick, I said, Savva is the only guy worth listening to. Love your channel. Look forward to your posts. Thank you, Rick. Really appreciate that. Listen, there's some really good content creators as well. There's some very good content creators out there. We're just all a bit different. That's all it is. We're all a bit different. Daniela, big up to you, has said, due to his love for Chelsea, I can't see Conor Gallagher playing for another top London side. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. His name seems to have been bandied about for the last year, doesn't it? But we'll see. Here's a good question. Get the fraud Arteta out my club has said, De Jong or Zubimendi? De Jong right now, but I'd love Zubimendi. Zubimendi for me feels it's a bit more doable. But I would take either of those, instantly upgrade Tottenham's midfield. I don't think our midfield is as good as people make it out to be. I think we've got some good players, but I don't think it's very good at keeping the ball. That's just my opinion. Lee said, wondering if Ange wants that big statement signing because he's never had one before and it could really kick on his career as well as a club. I'm liked on every device possible, but still only count as one. Oh, big up, Lee. Thank you so much, bro. Look, at the end of the day, this is it. This is going to be the interesting thing. One of the guys, I won't mention his name, one of the guys on my Spurs WhatsApp group, he's not on YouTube, always makes a really good point and says, look, he always says, look, I like Ange. He's a good manager. But he said what people don't take into account when they just say he's going to take Spurs to the next level is when he was at Celtic, when he was managing in Japan, Australia, he's able at those clubs to go and attract the best players at that level. There's a difference between that and attracting the best players to compete against City and Liverpool on a regular basis. And it's a good point. We don't know. Maybe we'll see it. Shem Tan said, hey, Savva, have you seen a report about 20 most expensively assembled squads in Europe? Spurs are 9th on 570 million. United first on 1.21 billion. Shocked that Villa 15th and West Ham 17th. Yeah. So all of this for the Spurs don't spend money. We do. We just spend it badly for me. Ryan McFarland said, all the rumours I've been seeing through the years, these De Jong ones are the most laughable yet. Big up Savva. Yeah, I can't see it, Ryan. I can't see it. I think it's lovely. It's lovely to be linked with these players, but the chances of getting them is not something we really see at Spurs, is it? The Get the Fraud, Arteta out my club has said, love to see a midfield of Rice, De Jong and Zubimendi at Arsenal. God, I wouldn't. That's a really good midfield three. I don't want to see that at Arsenal, but I understand why you do. Big up to absolutely everybody. Thank you to the 2 super chats so far. Thank you to the 126 people that are liked. And thank you to the 4 people who have subscribed this morning. The link is in the chat if you would like to subscribe. So thank you very much for all your support. Kate has said, if we started to buy some more quality in, we might one day, instead of just 4th, we could win the league. One day. Why is Levy only wants 4th? Why hasn't Levy got ambition like the fans? I think the difference is to go and win a league, I think you need to spend big. And I don't think the difference in prize money between 4th and 1st covers that cost. That's my theory. That's what I've always gone with. Let me know what you think. Spurs Forever said, big up Savva, impressive appointment by Palace to get Glasner. Have I missed something? What's happened? What's happened, Spurs Forever? What have I missed? Let me know. Let me know. Matt said we had Jose and Conte in Champions League football and still signed Roden and Longley. Matt, this is why I don't think we'll get a De Jong. I just don't think we want to go and pay the money salary-wise for these players. Proud to be a Geordie. I said a lot of hype around Neto and Elise at the moment. For me, their injury record would definitely put me off. I think that's the big question mark against them, isn't it, my friend? That is definitely the big question mark against them, is their injury record. Hey, it is what it is. Solomon and 15 million equals Neto. I don't know. Do Wolves want Solomon? I don't know. But you would definitely take that. Stanley Cush said Chelsea need to level their books for FFP. Gallagher will be sold for that reason. As good as he is, I feel he's their most valuable homegrown asset. They won't sell James, etc. They have cover for Gallagher. Interesting theory. Interesting theory. 7SC has said it's not about doing enough to attract them. I think Ange has the charisma to attract big players. I agree he's got the charisma. Do big players, I mean the difference makers, do they want to join charisma or do they want to join clubs that win trophies? I'm just putting it out there. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I'm just creating some football talking points. I have no idea what this is going on about. I've no idea. Right, okay, I'm going to stop reading your comments out. They're just getting weird. Bill has said, top players want to win now. Top players will like our manager as a person, I'm sure. Top players don't want to come and play with the likes of Brennan Johnson. Listen, this is the thing. This is the thing for me. I think that's the point I just made, right, is do they want to win? They want to win now. They want to compete right now. I don't know. Solomon cost us 5 million. I'd happily move him on for Neto. I would move him on too. Spurs Forever said, Man U getting their house in order. They're going to improve massively, I think, in the next 2-3 years. De Jong will go to Man U before thinking of us, if we're being realistic. Well, look, here's another question to you. Does the name Man United supersede anything Tottenham are doing at the moment? Will people see Man United as more attractive because of their name? Will people see Man United as attractive as to what they're trying to implement? Will they see us more attractive for what we're trying to implement? Let me know your thoughts. Rob has said, who's 2 level down from De Jong? That's what we'll end up with. It's funny. It's almost like in the January transfer window, I heard all these names bandied about for wingers that we were going to buy. And then when we signed Werner, people then started to go, oh, there was no one better. And it was like, oh, hang on, really? That's what we do. Keith has said, fair point, Savva. Maybe the style of football is more inviting than for players to be part of. Listen, it could be. I suppose it depends on the character of the player, Keith, right? The personality, the character. But hey, it is what it is. Andy has said, Neto is a sick note. Very good player. More time out than in. Yeah, look, let's have a look at Neto this season, shall we? Let's see how injury prone he really is. Where are we? We're looking at Wolves, their squad. Where's Neto? Pedro Neto. So Pedro Neto this season, from a possible 24 Premier League games, has played in 15. I mean, he's got 10 goal contributions in those 15. But I'm sorry, I've just seen a wonderful goal from someone in the Hull City team who's just, take a bow. Has anyone seen the goal that guy scored for Hull? Wow, take a bow. That is phenomenal. So he's played 15 times this season, scored 2, assisted 8 in the Cups. He's played another 3, so that's 18 games this season. So he's played 18 times in all competitions this season. So it is what it is. Let's compare that to some of ours. If we're going to call him injury prone, let's have a look. So Christian Romero has played 20 games in all. So he's played 2 less games than Romero. He's played 4 more games than Van de Ven. He's played loads more than Bentancur, loads more than Maddison. I don't know. It depends what we're going to define as really, really injury prone. Stanley Kush said, I heard Dyche's comments on Delhi, and I think he's not playing him because they will have to give us money for him based on appearances. That's the vibe I got from it. Yeah, interesting one, isn't it? He's not been seen since what he did, since the interview he did. I would have thought he would have been back playing by now. But hey, look, we asked the question, didn't we, at 10:43 a.m. Would you sign Werner permanently? No, hell no. Good morning, Dave. And no. Yeah. I mean, Paul, we don't. No. Werner permanently, no. This is, look, what happened though, because I'm not saying it was you lot, but when we signed him, everyone was losing their minds. Oh my God, this is a great signing. There's no risk. I watch him and I just think, oh, what have we done here? Why are we signing this guy bloke? Greer said, I don't think Gallagher is a fixed starter in our team. I want a player who is a level above the others. I just think we need to build a squad, though, Greer. I think we need a squad of players. I think you're going to have to get rid of Højbjerg, the Celso, Skip. You need to bring in, for me, Gallagher and another. I think it's about bringing in one. Liston has said Gallagher is a professional. He could play for us and be excellent, even if Chelsea are his club. We've had Arsenal fans playing for us in the past. Agreed. The Big D said, good morning, Savva. What are you smoking? Yeah, he's on 600k a week. Look, he's on 700k a week at the moment purely because he's getting back pay for the years when he wasn't paid. So it's not he's not his actual wage isn't 600 grand a week, but I still agree with you. Daniela has said, I thought Werner was going to be Spurs' new superstar. May we fan need to take more time before we big up players. I just think everyone had seen Werner play. I don't know why people thought he was going to be this. Everyone said, oh, he'll fit the Postecoglou system. All he is quick. I don't see there any real quality to him. He's just a quick runner. By the way, let's right now, anyone who hasn't, smash the likes right now. We've got 134. We've got nearly 300 of you in here. We haven't even got 50%. We should have 60, 65% likes at least. So smash that like button. Show some love. It really does help. I will not be going on there anymore, mate. I will not be going on there anymore. I have let Terry know that I won't be going on from next week. Shem has said, love the fact we're going to be signing De Jong, Kimmich, and next week we'll be going for Mbappe. Must be the Ange effect. Yeah, we might win the title. Savva, you may not like this, but Arsenal are competing against City for 18 months now. Sure, but they're not winning. There's a huge difference, isn't there, between competing and winning. Stanikush said, Roy's getting the bullet from Palace, just waiting on a manager to come in. Look, we'll see. Poor Roy. They brought him back. He steadied the ship. Now they're going to get rid of him again. Good morning to Tyrell Gunner TV. How you doing, bro? Hope you're well. Stanley Kush said, we will only attract big players if the money is right and they buy into a project, in my opinion. Listen, I agree. Money talks. Yeah, money talks. But I think what top players want to see is top players want to see other top players joining. I don't think they want to look over and see the likes of Brennan Johnson. That's just me. Absolute class. Absolute class. Just his control, his touch, his skill, and then the finish. Just mad. Absolutely mad. Philip said, Man U more attractive by name, but you are more attractive than Man U by what Ange is trying to implement for you. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Beyond 72 has said, will Werner be the first signing of the summer? Yes, I just got this feeling, yeah, and then we'll try and find a way to say, well, he's what Ange wants, is what we want, and I just want better. I don't even apologise for it. I want better than Timo Werner. I'm sorry. Shema said, feel sorry for Tanganga. Millwall lost 4-0 last night and he still can't get game time. Only played 4 games for them so far. Look, I'm not saying he shouldn't be playing for Millwall, but I just don't think he's as good as people think he is. But yeah, I hear you. Spurs Forever said, if I was an Everton fan, I'd be pissed off that Delhi was at our game on Saturday when Everton were playing City. Sadly, he's finished at top level and the hunger is gone. Yeah, it does appear to be that way, but listen, who knows? Maybe, and I hope for his sake he can get it back. I do. I hope all footballers can get it back and get back to what they were. Big up Danny at the Hotspur Hood. Please get over there and subscribe to the Hotspur Hood. Has said, morning, Savva. I can't help but agree on this one. De Jong, no chance. Spurs, at the minute, I honestly think is more attractive than Man U, but I'll have to see and still would struggle to believe it. I'll ask this question. When was the last time Spurs went head-to-head for a top player against big clubs and got him? I'm not talking about a 21-year-old Dragushin. I'm not talking about an 18-year-old Bergvall. I'm talking about a De Jong. I agree with you. A user has said, hey, Savva, breaking news. Cess stuck in re-injury cycle due to lack of sleep, nutrition or stress. Only happened to... Listen, I don't know how this boy is still at our football club. I really, really, really don't. I really, really don't. Rick James has said they play up to the Arsenal online fan base because of AFTV. Can't rant culture. Arsenal have the biggest YouTube presence, so people will inflate their ego, give them the fella. Yeah, all of a sudden, Arsenal win 3 or 4 games, and everyone's, oh my God, they're as good as City, and they do. It's just boring. Mario 2012 said FFP will drive down wages and transfer fees, bringing the market down towards Levy's spending. Well, that's what Levy's hoping for, Mario, isn't it? Look, something's got to give with football at some point. I really, really do think. I think football's got to give at some point, but we'll see, mate. We'll see, won't we? Big up to everyone who has smashed that like button. Come on, still only on 146. There's nearly 300 of you in here. We should be on 175. Smash that button. And for anyone that hasn't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel as we are closing in towards 13.2K. So please do support. Dr. Tottenham has said Lloyd Kelly and Werner is what we're going to get, though. And we'll say they're smart buys. We will. The same people that will be telling us that we can win league titles and win title races will then praise signing average footballers. I just can't make it make sense in my own head. Martin Richards has said, morning, Savva. Good morning to you, mate. Has said, Frankie de Jong to Spurs. We need to make it happen. Listen, Martin, I'd love to see it. Listen, if we did that sort of a signing, I'd start to think Spurs are serious. I don't think we will. We'll see. I just don't think we will. 99% of me doesn't believe we will get a player like that over the line. And probably the other 1% is in denial. Good morning to, 76 and Matt said, okay, I agree Levy is tight as cramp, but Arsenal never spent big money, but last 2-3 years they have, so you never know. Yeah, I mean, the difference is I think they changed their structure at the top of the club, didn't they? We never have. It's always been Daniel Levy. So I think that's the difference. But listen, Matt, I really hope that that happens for us as well. Video complete, Sofiane. Good morning to you. And yes, I am well. Are you well? I hope you are. Daniel E has said, De Jong, well, I suppose it's a good dream. Yeah, listen, I completely agree with you, my friend. Completely agree with you. Martin's gone on to say, don't want Werner to be permanent at Spurs. Would rather Elise from Crystal Palace. Listen, I would love Elise from Crystal Palace. Another one that's got quite a lot of injuries, though. Let me know what your thoughts. I don't want Werner either. A user, big up. Thank you so much for the super chat. Always appreciated when we get the super chats in. Just said, by the way, morning, love the shows. Listen, thank you very much. I love doing the shows. So thank you very much, A user. That is much appreciated. You didn't have to, but really do appreciate it. And it really does help the channel grow. So thank you very much. Yeah, I think we should win. I think it will be tight. Listen, I want to see a game. I don't know about you, Spurs forever. I want to see a game soon where it's not us hanging on for dear life at the end or us scrapping around to win at the last minute. I want to see a game where we win comfortably, and we just can't seem to do it at the moment. Lee has said, surely the calibre of player we can get next season will all depend on what we are challenging for. I use that term challenging lightly. For sure. Absolutely spot on for sure, Lee. Look, for me, I think if we get top 4, which we could from this position, I'm not saying we definitely will, but we could. We're in a lovely position to do it. It's in our hands. I want to see what is our aim. What is our ambition? Is the ambition to sign the Werners and the Brennan Johnsons? Or is the ambition to go for the next level to Champions League top players? We'll see, won't we, mate? But I completely agree with you. Big up Bill, who said smash the likes. Absolutely, Bill. Smash those likes and keep subscribing. Thank you for the 5 people that have so far today. If we can get 5 more in the next 10 minutes, that'd be absolutely amazing. The link is in the chat and is pinned in the chat as well. So I'm trying to get to everyone's comments. Stanley Cush said, Levy is shrewd as F. Don't, will be like Christmas for him, going for basement bargains. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? See what he does, but kind of know what he's going to do. I think we'll buy 1 or 2 really good players like the Van der Vens and the Madisons. And then I think we're going to go for the Brennan Johnsons and the Werner levels. That's just me. We'll see. Absolutely, Kate. Big up to you. So get the likes and subscribe to the lovely Savva. Big up, Kate. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support as always. Daniel said 2 5-yard passes that were assists is enough to sign Werner. Is it seriously, what the F guy is trash. Yeah, listen, I again, when people want to, this is why assists have to be taken into account. If you have a mazy dribble, beat 3 men, then lay it back 5 yards, brilliant. But if you literally just receive the ball, lay it off 5 yards, and we go, oh, look at that assist. I completely agree with you. He isn't for me. He's never been for me. All my Chelsea friends have said, you don't want him. You don't want him. He's really frustrating. They said every 6 or 7 games he'll do something brilliant. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know, said Neto, Elise, Eze, Bakayoko are wingers that can make an impact in this club. Oh, I'd love to see those sort of players come in. I would do. I would love to see it. Elise is injury prone. Yeah, I mean, who isn't these days? Philly has said, like you, Savva, I've supported Spurs for 40 years, and I find it ridiculous when fans tell me what Spurs are going to do. The club lacks the ambition to go for De Jong or players that calibre. Well, this is why I got frustrated yesterday on the football terrace when Mo was telling me about how Spurs could sign De Jong, and it is the sort of signing we will make. And I'm like, well, on what evidence? When have we done this before? When do we do this? People telling me about the club is mad. But Martin has said, still think another defender should arrive at Spurs. Todibo is the man I would like to see. Look, I agree. I still think if you're going into Europe next year, you've got to have 4 centre-halves. You've got to. Especially with the injury record of Van der Ven, with the suspensions and injury record of Romero. I think you've got to get 4. You're going to have 4. Tony in AC, good morning to you. I said, Jens Johnson not had a great start to life at Spurs, but come on, ease up, give the kid a bit more time. Tony, he's just not for me. We've watched this guy for years in English football. He's just not good enough. Again, this is the sort of attitude for me, Tony. No offense, this is the sort of attitude where, look, if we want to challenge and want to be a top club, we're allowed to say if we don't think a player is good enough. For me, I just don't think he does anything on a football pitch. I just don't. That's just me, mate. I just don't rate him, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. D&B Forever said, morning, Savva. Would love PSV's Bakayoko. Looks a tricky winger, which we definitely need. Yeah, a proper player that runs at people. And then, Tony, you've gone to sum it all up. Look, again, so the Werner and the Johnsons are the level that you want. I want better, mate. I want to win things. If we're gonna champion these sorts of players, then I don't think we're going to get better as a club. Keith has said, Man U is a bigger project than us right now. Ground, training facilities, and a club all over needs a rebuild from top to bottom. We do have a march on them at the minute. Plus, we're in London. Sure. Well, let's go and make it count then. Let's go and make it count. Let's have a look, by the way. They're just putting up on the screen, Cole Palmer has 16 goal contributions this season. 16. See, now he was bought for cheaper than Brennan Johnson and is younger than Brennan Johnson. That's the level I'm talking about. Philly has said, let's get it right. Levy was a fan of the Raggy Dolls, and that's why he goes searching in the reject bin. Big up to you. Star Crow said the rumours around Tottenham transfers are getting draining, to be honest. We've had these for years. We can all do it. Vibrant Copper said, don't think Levy will spend over 70 million after the Ndombele horror signing. Well, look, unfortunately, he's going to have to get used to that. All the top clubs make mistakes, but they all keep spending. Unfortunately, you've got to. Shem Tan has said, we will never have a great game where we just beat teams of ease and not worry and stress until we stop shipping in goals. 7th worst defence in the league. Is that true? Got a 7th? I don't think that's true, is it? No. I can see teams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's not the 7th worst. It's not the 7th worst. Do you mean the 7th best? We look like the Ardiles team. Look, I don't think it's the 7th worst, but I do think compared to the other teams around us that we will concede a lot more goals. Trending Spurs is Savva. Can you get that Arsenal fan Stefan on so you can put him in his place, please? Great work. He makes me laugh. He's typical Arsenal. Everything is amazing. But I do like Stefan. He's a nice guy. I've worked with Stefan before. Paul O'Keefe already said Leipzig expect us to buy Werner. Philip said, if you go for a De Jong or a player of that calibre, even if you fail to sign them, will show Spurs have real ambition. I think if the bid is real, if we've spoke, the thing is with football transfers now is you talk to their their agent beforehand, right, to know whether or not to put in a bid. But yeah, Spurs forever, absolutely. Son's assist at the weekend was a proper assist. Yeah, get the ball, drive down the line, whip it, proper assist. Daryl, big up to you. Thank you for your message last night, mate. I really did appreciate that. As said, to play this so-called Ange ball, we need to sign levels up to create the chemistry, or we will just be pissing in the wind. How many years do we have to wait by scattergun windows? I can't agree with you more. Can't agree with you more, my friend. Stanley Cush said we got shafted buying Ndombele, absolutely shafted, and he's still a Spurs player. Bill said, remember when assists weren't a thing? Take me back to 90s football all day long. Yeah, listen, I do think assists, I think if you get a real high volume of them, I get it. But I do think if it's the odd one or two and people go, oh, assists, yeah, it is what it is. Stats, as I said, stats are killing the game. Beyond 72 has said Maddison against Everton. Now that's an assist. Yes, proper. Anyone else got issues with super chats? Oh, I hope not. Also raging, we didn't go for Kudus or West Ham. Absolute baller. See, when you look, there was Cole Palmer, Anthony Gordon, Kudus, so many good players. So many good players. I've heard rival fans say Spurs are 3 to 4 top players away from challenging. Yeah, but 3 to 4 top players is a lot. 3 to 4 top players is a lot of players. That's a lot of salary. That's a lot of transfer fee, isn't it? So I don't think that's quite as straightforward. DMB Forever said Levy will not spend the money on De Jong. Maybe 18-year-old with the same name. Possibly. Tony and AC has said, oh, what's going on here? YouTube is going quite slow. Apologies, people. I think YouTube is playing up a little bit. It won't allow me to click. There we go. So we would still have to pay $350K a week. Making De Jong the highest paid player at Spurs will cause turmoil amongst the players. Sure, but at some point, you've got to take that plunge. At some point, you've got to pay the... Look, Tony, the problem is to get better players want better money. It's that simple, right? Otherwise, we just become a nice club where everyone's happy, everyone's harmonious, but we never, ever win anything. Mark Cook has been supporting Spurs since 1968. One of my bucket lists is to see Spurs win the league. Can't see it with Levy in charge. One can only hope. I agree with you. I'd love it. It's on my bucket list, but I reckon I'll die before I see Spurs win a league title as well. And I'm only 41. Stack Row said De Jong's on 600K a week. Yeah, that's not his actual wage though. His actual wage is 350,000 euros, I believe. A lot of it is back pay at the moment. I agree. Aaron Lawrence has said, big up, Savva. Hope you're good, bro. Big up, Aaron. Hope you're well, my man. Thank you very much. Always so kind. Thank you. Stanley Cush has said, free marquee signings, yes. Not free shitty signings. We pay way too much for. That's the difference. I agree. So for all the people praising like a signing of Brennan Johnson, for example, hang on, who's at my front door? No. For all the people praising the Brennan Johnson signing, for example, think what that 50 million could have gone towards. I think we've got to think of it like that. Lee has said, I've spent 46 years on this earth and Levy never spends big, but 50 million is a lot of money. Hashtag confused. Listen, Levy will always be Levy. We know that. Paul has said De Jong to Spurs, just lots of laughing faces. Dan E has said Marcus Thuram from Inter is a winger we could get realistically and the price wouldn't be stupid. 55 million. Mate, Danny, there is no chance Thuram is going to leave Inter Milan. He's just joined. Inter Milan are about to win the league. They're still in the Champions League. He's been playing up front with Lautaro Martinez. There isn't a chance we get Marcus Thuram. We should have gone for him when he was a free transfer. Was he a free transfer? I can't see it, mate. Can't see it. Let's have a look. Marcus Thuram. Hang on. Why's my Ring doorbell on? Let's have a look. Marcus Thuram. Where are they? The Italian League, Serie A, Inter Milan. Yeah, he's been playing up front for them every game. Marcus Thuram this season has played 23, scored 9, 7 assists. And the transfers. Yeah, he was a free agent in the summer. He was a free agent in the summer. There's no way they're going to let him go for £55 million. I just can't see why he would leave Inter to come to Spurs. That's just me. Let me know what you think. Savva, would you take Morato from Benfica? Can't say I know too much about him. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I can't say I know too much about him. Daniela has said, I think the factor in the summer transfer window is the Euros. It's going to be a lot of overpriced late transfers on offer this summer. Well, that's why they should be working on it now, right? Stackrow has said, Kessie had a good AFCON, but I don't think he's an upgrade on our midfielders at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. Big up, Faz. How you doing, man? So big up, Savva. Hope you're well. How many points from the next 7 matches? I go for 19 minimum. Listen, I don't know. Whenever I've done this in the past, there's always some games that throw some results we didn't expect. Just as many wins as possible. If we can win 5 of the next 7, I think it guarantees us Champions League football. But I don't know. I don't know, mate. I think it's dangerous when we do this. Christopher Warder said, good day, Savva. I thought Terry was disrespectful on the terrace. Listen, I was probably disrespectful to him as well. I just got so bored and I just kept telling him I was bored. But it is what it is. Big up, Nick. Absolutely, mate. Look, absolutely. I don't know what we got to do in here. Don't know what we got to do. There are 200. There's now 308 people in the chat and 170 likes. Please smash that like button. It will be much appreciated. Absolutely. A big up to you, my friend. I hope you are well. There you go. Bill has summed up, said it's Emma Goat levels, isn't it, Nick Collison? Rinketic, good morning to you. Said, hi, Savva, my friend. Hello. I would like Frankie, but I would rather a proper DM like Locatelli, Schlager. Well, listen, look, I think we need a lot. I do think we need a lot. So it is what it is. I think we need a lot. Matt said, why did Leipzig let Werner go? They were in the Champions League. It's simple. He is not good enough. Listen, I agree. I think it was just another very basic signing from Spurs with no real ambition. But hey, it is what it is. Rinketica said, Matt, he was our bench player. We have Simmons, Baumgartner, Sesko, and Openda. Yeah. Video complete Sofiane. So I would say by Werner at the end of the season. I do think if we give him time, we can have the Timo Werner from 4 years ago. Oh, okay. I just again, it's let's buy players and hope. Why don't we go and buy top players? Let's go and buy some top footballers. Aaron has said, I love this channel. It's so real. Big up. Listen, I hope so. Hopefully, we don't put I try not to do, the clickbait titles and the clickbait videos. I just want to be real. We are signing Yedong and not De Jong. Yeah. Big up, Nick. Big up, Yik. Rakesh said, good morning, Savva, the realistic. Oh, God, that makes me sound like a medieval knight or something. Savva, the realistic. Big up to Sakinelli, who has been a channel member for 8 months. They said, like and subscribe, you Hossam Ghali merchants. Hossam Ghali. Wow. There is a name. Now, if you know Ghali, you know Ghali. Yeah. Anyone in the chat, let me know. What are your memories of Hossam Ghali in a Spurs shirt? Big up to you, Sakinelli. Really appreciate it. And, of course, big up to Mario, who has said, no problems with Super Chat here. Laugh out loud. Well, listen, Mario, we really, really do appreciate it. So thank you so much for that Super Chat. So if anyone did want a Super Chat, it is free. But I would always say don't want to ask people's money. But if you want to like and subscribe, it is free. Stack Crow has said, seeing that Brentford signed Igor, I'm guessing we might go back in for Nusa. Young signings are cool, but we need a top, already proven signing. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. Where are we? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Where are we? There's a lot of comments this morning. Big up to you all. By the way, as I said, the Spurs Unleashed will be back. I'm looking, it might be back as early as tonight at 8 p.m. I'm just trying to get the panel together. So the Spurs Unleashed, there will be no Spurs review on Sunday nights. I do want to keep my Sunday nights for me and for my wife. But Thursday nights, the Spurs Unleashed is back. Stanley Kush said we paid Perisic 280 grand a week. Yes, we did, didn't we? Yes, we did, but that was also a free transfer. Shem Tanner said, I think 7th defence was this year. We've let in 20 goals in last 7 matches and 17 in the last month. Just gone, yeah, look, we're shipping goals for fun. We're shipping goals for fun. I think everyone just said when Van der Ven and Romero come back, we're going to be solid. I just don't think the defence is as good as people think it is, but that's just me. Renketic has said, yes, Thuram was a free agent. Listen, I like Thuram. He's a pain in the arse to play against. He's big, he's strong, he's powerful, he's quick. He scores a few, he assists a few. But, hey, it is what it is. Red Javier said, you want to sign players in the 35 40 that are on the verge of stepping up to top class stage. Trust Dan to improve them. Sure, but not Werner's and Brennan Johnson's. But sure, yes, people like Bakayoko, I would all day long. Daniela said, if De Jong's coming to the Premier League, and it's a big if, he's going to Man U or Man City. You have the money to pay the fee and wages. It's going to be interesting to see, isn't it? Philly has said, the fans who the fans who celebrate bang average signings like Werner or the want to keep bad players like Emma Goat and Højbjerg are holding the club back. Spurs aren't a charity. They need to raise their standards. Look, I just think that it's all well and good when we champion these very average or poor footballers, but Liverpool and City don't have these players and they're the benchmark, right? Big up Richard Pugh said, grand risings all. Richard is here, so let's have a like and subscribe party. Everyone knows that Richard likes a like and subscribe party, so please do. We're 13 likes away from 300, so please do smash that like button. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Good morning. Good morning. I've got back on it, Richard, at the moment. I'm back on the fitness. I'm getting back on it. Put on a bit of weight again. I need to get back on it. Do I think Kane will be back at Spurs? No, I don't think so. I really don't think so. Faz has smashed the likes, please. Big up, Faz. Big up, my friend. I hope you are well. 3-1 this weekend, Faz. You going for 3-1 Spurs? Jay Kismet has said, as it is, who out of the 3 do you want to win the league? Liverpool, Arsenal and City. And who do you think will win the league? I mean, when I say who do I want to win it, I don't really want anyone to win it other than Spurs, is my corporate answer. City will win it. I think City will win the league. I've said that since day one. So I haven't changed my mind on that at all. Danny has said, Inter have no serious money issues like every club in Italy. They would sell, I reckon. They didn't want Onana to go, but desperate for money. Listen, I hear you. I just can't imagine that they'd let him go. I think they've got a lot of players. Listen, I'd love him. Dan, I'd love him. I'd love him. For me, should have got him on a free. I think we're so bad with our free transfers. When there's players knocking around like Thuram on a free, and when Dybala was on a free, those are the sort of signings you make on a free transfer. But listen, I don't disagree with you. I like him as a player. I just don't think we'll get him. Daniel E, another Danny, all the Dannies. I said I was honestly counting down the 14 games until Werner was going back to Leipzig. Rhythmic, I said 47 million for Johnson. Surely there's better out there for 60 million. There is. James Hunter said, Savva pessimistic, you mean? Only kidding. Listen, do you know what? For I know you're joking, but for all of the times I'm called pessimistic, for all of the times I'm called negative, how often does Spurs actually go and do something different to what people like me and Philly say? Every year we're told we're negative, and every year Spurs don't win anything, and every year we don't make top signings, and every year there's some sort of crisis, and every year Daniel Levy acts the same. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Do you know? Yeah. MS3 said, pick up Savva. I remember Garley chucking his shirt at George Graham when he was subbed. Decent player, though. Yeah. And Daryl's kind of said, at least Garley ran for 90 minutes. Yeah. I remember he was a talented boy, but I just don't think it was quite right. I won't read out the name, but it said, we have the wrong striker from Leipzig. We should be buying a Pender. We always seem to do this. We never seem to do this. Rick from Trinidad and Tobago, love the way that you analyse games and players. Big up to you. Big up to you. Leah says, Savva, I love your shows. Most interactions and combos are great. You deserve your Sunday nights. Big up to your wife for letting you do this. Enough respect. Yeah, listen, Sunday nights, it was just when I was doing Thursday night and Sunday night, and then Friday night, I like to go for a beer with the boys. It was just being very selfish. So Thursday, I do Spurs Unleashed. Friday, I do tend to go out with the lads. Saying the lads, we're all 40 now, but with the lads. And then Saturday and Sunday, I spend with my wife. So, yeah. It's called balance, I believe. It's called balance and compromise. Big D, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much for that. Just putting in a super sticker. And always appreciate your support. So thank you for always being in the chat. Really, really do appreciate that. Appreciate all the super chats that we've had today. So thank you very, very much. We're going to go for another 4 or 5 minutes. Richard's gone for a 2-1 at the weekend. Another tight game. I don't disagree with you. 3-1 Spurs. No clean sheet again. Good evening to Ren. How you doing, Ren? Haven't heard from you for a while. Hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're well. I'm just seeing if I've missed anything here. I don't think I have. Philia said, let's get it right. We signed a washed-up version of Perisic when we had nowhere else to go. When he had nowhere else to go, I gave up hope for Spurs lifting any silverware in my lifetime. In your lifetime. Listen, I think if we're going to win trophies, you've got to spend on proper players. You've got to get some better players in. Look, I think the difficulty is when people every year say things like, this is our best chance of winning a cup. When Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City, are still in it, it's going to be difficult. We saw that. All the people were going, I'm really glad we drew Man City at home in the cup. Why? They made us look really bad, Hey, it is what it is. Jay Kismet, You'll Never Walk Alone, has said, seen Gyökeres live a few times. Goal scorer, no doubt. But the price tag will be crazy considering they got him from Coventry for 20 odd million. Yeah, I mean, what they did brilliantly though was put a release clause on him. Brilliantly, they did that. So yes, big up to Stackrow, who's put in a super sticker as well. People being very, very, very generous this morning. Thank you so much, everyone. Really do appreciate the generosity. And Stackrow is always in here, so thank you very much. Danny has said 2-1 and a very messy game. We have 1 clean sheet in 15. Is it the defence or the tactics? I think it's both. I do think it's both. The tactics don't help for me, but I do think that we give the ball away a lot across the back line. That's just me. Daniel E, another Daniel E, but they keep going in sync. It's like these two do it together, all the Dans. So that Bill, yeah, I was about to say Graham went in 2001. God, George Graham went, well, George Graham. Danny, we've done that one. Beyond 72 has said, people remember him frying the shirt, but don't remember the poor kid lost teeth for the cause. Oh, absolutely. No, we're not really into. No. It's not really our thing. We watched a film and had some dinner, but it wasn't really a thing in my household. Guys, girls, thank you so much. We've done nearly an hour and a half. Big up to you all. I will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. But we are. I think we're going to have a Spurs Unleashed tonight at 8 p.m. Well, I'll be putting some of these questions to the panel. Big up to you all. Thank you so much for the likes. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. Really do appreciate it. If you haven't, please do on your way out. And I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. and then tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And I'll be doing a Spurs watch along on Saturday for the Wolves game. Much love. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.